Okay, so let's get started. And thanks, Tim, for joining during the weekend. So let me just share my screen. All right, so today's thing is pretty basics, but it is again important. And then we'll complete our level two by today's session. And then tomorrow we'll go for a assessment on a level two, where we have completed earlier a level one assessment, which is a test basically after today's session, which is actually where we are going to complete the level two of the median, or maybe I would say level one was a basic, level two was the next level, and that is something we'll end up today. And based on that, tomorrow we'll have a level two test. So before going there, I just thought of covering two things. One is like a Google Advanced Operator and file types. So generally we covered in URL, in text, in title, all those things. But what exactly is a file type or the EXT? That is basically an extension and understanding some operators in email inbox, something like sent colon, from colon, to colon, has colon, subject colon, all those things. And these are the ones which can be worked either on a Outlook or on a Gmail. On two servers, I did check. I did not check any other server, but I did check on a Outlook as well on a Gmail, which is working fine. So today I don't have an Outlook. I have a Gmail, and I'll be able to show the examples on a Gmail. But otherwise, let's add an additional stuff. Maybe 23rd, Google search alert. So these three topics we'll cover. So now, going to what is Google operator, um, Google operator, file type, or ext. So now let's say we just search here for Java, SQL, ELK, or Elasticsearch, ELK or Elasticsearch, or Kibana, KA, Kafka. Okay, so we are searching Java space itself is add for Google, SQL space, open the bracket, ELK or Elasticsearch or Kibana or Kafka. All right. So we get the list of results, sponsored, non-sponsored, organic, inorganic, all those results we'll get it. We get a list of results which are having all these particular keywords existing in those. So now let's say we want a specific format. With these particular keywords, we want a specific format of the particular page. Now let's say, I would say I want some online resumes or online profiles. So I would say resume or CV. So we get couple of a sponsored one. This is the sponsored, which is showing over here. But otherwise, we also get something from higher IP people, then some resume database, and then some career sites like this Java developer resume. Here, what's happening here is basically it is not searching resume or keyword e- either in the URL or in the title or in the text. It's basically a normal text search. What we're doing here is Java, SQL, ELK or Elasticsearch or Kibana or Kafka and resume or CV. A normal search is what we are giving it. And that's where we are getting the results from a variety of web from across the web. We are getting the result. Now, let's say we wanted a list of results where people have posted their resume or CV on the web pages, somewhere on the web pages in a doc or in a PDF format, something like this. So let's say that's where we just go file type PDF. Okay, so the sponsored one, just ignore the sponsored ones because that is again a Google search feature. But otherwise, now I'll say here This is a PDF resume. Other than this one result, which is basically sponsored, which is basically a paid one, other than that one result, rest other results, if you see, all results are of a PDF. Let's go to the last page of a last search result. It's all results are of PDF results. So if I go to the last, so here is again a sponsored that you have to ignore. So again, you have a PDF result over here. Okay, so let me just come back. So now here what it's showing us a list of results which has a keywords Java, SQL, ELK or Elasticsearch or Kibana or Kafka and resume or CV and the file types which are basically of a PDF file types. Something is asking me to download also some results might ask. Okay. Now if we just go to here, so this is a portfolio of a person on a GitHub and which is in a PDF format, dot PDF format. If I just go here, so this is a resume on their personal website.com, and then here they have hosted the resume.pdf. Let's say I just go here, remove here. So we might end up in their personal website. But similarly, once we click on resume, then it goes personal website /resume.pdf. So in their personal website, they have uploaded their resume and posted on the World Wide Web. And that's how we're getting this particular resume from the open web. So again here, so that's a PDF format of the profile. Again here, that's a PDF format of the resume. Again here, that's a PDF format. So here again, that's a PDF format. So here again, that's a PDF format. Again here again, that's a PDF format. Rest other keywords, any which ways it will be there about Java, and then SQL along with Elasticsearch or Kibana or Kafka, resume or CV, and a file type. So now let's say instead of file type instead of file type PDF, we did DOC. Let me just close this all these online resumes. So again, the first result, just ignore it. So number of DOC results will ask us to download. So here are the DOCs. Here is another DOC. Okay. So generally, this will help us, this extension, this file types or extension will help us while we're actually searching for some type of files. Now, in this example, we're searching for a type of file which are either in a doc or a PDF format and which are titled as a resume or CV. Though we have not used the in title resume or CV, but you can always use in title resume or CV. But otherwise, resume or CV also you can use it. And then additional keywords, whatever you want. And instead of file type, we can also use ext. Both are same. Sometimes if file type is not working, feel free to use ext. All the resumes which we saw, all the profiles which we saw, web profiles are the same ones again. So there is no difference between the file type and a ext. Ext is again extension. File type is basically a type file type. So let's say I'll just take a pause now. Any doubts on this? What this search is doing? What this ext or file type is doing over here? Yes, no? Any doubts on this? What this file type is doing over here? So let's say file type, I want to use PDF or like this, PDF or doc. That also we can use it. So we'll get a PDF results or we'll also get a doc results. So mostly PDF I'm seeing, doc I'm not seeing. Mostly PDF. So now let's say in this example, we are seeing mostly PDF. Then just use two different searches, one for PDF, one for doc, so that you are getting as much as result possible because Google also has a search limitation. It will not show us more than 3 to 400 search results. So it's always better to do one by one. So all these are PDF one. Similarly, we just go here and instead of file type PDF, we'll go file type DOC. Okay. Now let's say there can be some company who would have done some analytical work or some stuff they would have done it. Okay. Now let's say I just remove all this thing. Excel XS. Excel SX. Okay. Now here you see we have searched only for Java file type Excel SX. So here you see all these file types, whatever we are coming, where the Java is existing, or let's say Java, uh, and then okay, now in this, what we have done, we tried searching for a content which has Java, mobile number or phone number or their emojis, and then mail, email, hyphen mail, and then file type Excel. So we get some list we have got it, and all results are Excel results. List of Mills California Air Resource Board. Let's say layoff file type Excel. Layoff notice Excel template. One notice COVID-19 layoff notification spreadsheet data. Access mass layoff template. Layoff candidate file type. Or let's say, I will also say. So all these are, if you're saying, these are basically an Excel results. What we're trying to see just with the keywords which has layoff and candidate. Maybe in Excel they would have mentioned a candidate name, something like that. Okay, now let's go to this thing. So we have all these Excels, don't know what exactly. But yeah, on a high level, we just tried seeing, okay, what exactly is it? Requirements, something. So employer industry, description, website, employment types, jobs, job titles, then their measures, combinators. So any combination means I'm just giving you now on a high level that how exactly this basically a file type or an operator like ext can be used. So trust me guys, there has been a situation where some company has uploaded a lot of data from the Naukri and we were able to get that data. Let's see once if that is still existing. So let's say I just remove this thing.
Shiv, I had a quick question. May I ask it?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, sure.
Just want to check, as on when we download these Excel files, right? So it also shows the disclaimer about these may contain viruses. How do you tackle that? How do you safeguard your system and download?
Viruses, see, first of all, I have an antivirus, that is one. But
Mm.
these are all the documents which are actually hosted in the Google. They're pretty much scanned by
Okay.
Google.
Okay, sure. If it is in Google, it will be pretty much scanned and kind of safe,
Yeah, it would
right?
be pretty much scanned. So we are not taking a
Okay.
data from the networks. We are taking a data from the directly a Google.
Okay.
So let's say this recent data we see. Database for Delhi finals, list round one. So yeah, there's a data. So what happens generally, sometimes people create some Google forms and all everything and then they forget. So that kind of a data also it fetches. So that's how it is. So that's where this extensions we used. And how many extensions are supported by Google? File types indexed by Google. So you can use anything. Okay, so these are all the file types which are indexed. What are the kind of a file that you're trying to search? Though it could be PDF file, or it could be a PS file, it could be XML file, it could be HTML file, it could be Excel file, it could be PPT. Let's say you're trying to search that some company would have made some PPT about the analytics or something like that. Try the combination of that particular keywords and say uh, PPT, something like, let's say, mm, so some PPT has come up. So it basically the way we are actually means depends on what all the kind of a keywords we are using, and based on that, what kind of a operators we are using, and apart from that, what kind of a file type or what kind of a extensions we are using. Based on that, we'll get the outcome of the result. Now, some people has prepared this PPT, which is from the SHRM, and they would have hosted it to the cloud, but they would have forgot to remove it, or they would have forgot to protect it, and that's how we are able to see the whole PPTs over here. Okay, now once I remember there was something from Uber, UBR, sourcing, EXT, XLSX.
Shiv, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
So I was able to download the data which you were talking about Naukri. So that
mhm.
sheet is crazy loaded with some 6,000 entries.
Right. Yes, yes. Somehow I came
Okay.
across long back actually that one. You got it?
Yeah. So yeah, I got it. The source code what I followed is the same which you have typed.
Huh.
I made it more crisp of not giving SDE and all. Just I gave the Naukri space file type XLSX followed by the titles.
Awesome. You have the list. I've seen some long back, but it's a huge list for sure.
Yes. 5,000 data. It is not an small data.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you type Naukri.
And that too without any charges, you get that means nothing like that, right, Shiv?
Yes, exactly. So the last SDE I had not given, only I have given sorted developer.
Naukri file type XLS.
Yeah.
So here you have it. There's more data also. I've seen this kind of a data in past.
Yeah. So
I think I got something different. But yeah, I'm telling you, we use this particular strings, we get lots of data, lots of data.
so after your search, no, I'm sensing that the engine might not function the same way how a person is searching for something.
Means I didn't get it.
So the same search, even when I'm doing, I got it. But when you were doing, you were not able to get the data in the same, right? So
Yeah, a list of ordering is different, but the
exactly.
maximum data will be able to get it. So
Yep,
my
yep,
search
yep.
setting is like 100 results per page. Your search setting might be a 10 results per page. Based
Exactly,
on that,
exactly.
the data differs actually. Just the
But
ordering
this is
differs.
yeah, this is quite making sense actually. Good search.
Yeah. Here
Hmm.
also again paycheck with their annual CTC company email IDs. Oh my God, what is it?
Wonderful this is.
Microsoft, Ola, Nvidia.
That too, this is 2021 to 2022.
Yeah. How much it is overall? 1,590 with their official email IDs.
All the companies are premiums.
Year of
All the companies are
experience
premium.
mentioned. Year of experience.
Huh?
Year of experience.
Nothing. I did not give anything. I just gave a raw search.
Can you mention? Can you after this? Can you give the year of experience? We will see what it is.
Experience the way candidate would have mentioned. Now, this is an Excel sheet which employer is creating and hosting. candidate is not mentioning in the resume. This is an Excel sheet which employer is mentioning. Now let's say we would say just 5.8 years. Maybe some Excel sheet would come up who would have mentioned the experience ranges also. All
So Shiv,
shares
can
and
we
all.
just restrict this to the region wise itself now? Like for example, you mentioned Naukri, and Naukri is majoritarily used in India, right?
Hmm.
So like the
You
other
use
sheet was giving you some global data.
all keywords.
Okay.
It's all about keywords. You want in Canada, you use something which is relevant to Canada, and someone who would have put that particular keywords using that thing, you'll get
And
that spreadsheet. And
sure.
also sometimes what I do is like touch VPN. Okay, I think I'm on a US. No, I'm not on a US. So let's say if I'm searching for US, okay, I just go touch VPN, it's extension, and then
Okay, and then change the country location.
I can change the country location. So though it gets the results from India as well, but it prefers to give the first results from Naukri and all. Sorry, from US and all.
Hmm.
But overall, this is
Okay,
a data which is captured by Google and which is there in the Google memory.
got it.
So here I was coming. Uh, File types indexed by this thing. Here you can take a link over here. I'll just ping here in the chat as well. And ext is also same. Both file type and ext both are doing the same job. It's not different. So all this. Sometimes people might write their resume in the HTML format. So let's say ext HTML. It's Apache Software Foundation. So let's say I will use in URL resume or in URL CV. You get all those HTML extension pages like these ones. So this would be at the last, it would be HTML. So dot HTML. So dot HTML. Dot HTML. So like in a backend code, they have written. So all this dot, it's a HTML. Again here, dot HTML. This is a template. So here I think this is previous result, not this one. So dot HTML. Dot HTML. Yeah, so it's like that. So the number of file types indexed by Google, there are many actually. As I mentioned, like once I remembered, there was some Uber's crazy sheet. There were a lot of search strings. Let me just search in case we can get that. So Uber sourcing Excel, but maybe they have hidden it now. Not really sure, but it was built by Uber. I remember, there was a software engineer also in that. Just things. I think they have hide it, but otherwise it was Uber career. So yeah, that's about the file type or the extension. Both are same. So I'll just take a pause. Any doubts or any confusion on how does this file type or extension would work for us? Yes, no, we're good. Great. So let's move on. Uber careers, classifications. No, this is not the sheet. That was a sheet with a lot of data and with a lot of searches. Remember. But this is also some sheet with their JDs and all everything. Any which ways, I'll just move forward. Any doubts or any questions on how is this extension or file type is working? We're good?
Yeah, very
Yes?
good, Shiv.
Huh? Yeah, Ashish?
Yeah, very good.
Great. So let's move on. Apart from this now, file type. Now let's say there's a doc. Okay. Let me see. I'll just go to my. Okay. Now coming back to the second topic over here. Um, operators in email inbox. Generally, what happens, we get a lot of email, okay, and sometimes we are searching for a specific email or are searching for an email from a specific person or searching for an email which has been sent to specific person which has a attachments and all. But in a list of emails we've had missed it. We really don't know where it is. But if you really remember if there is something, okay, whether that email has an attachment, whether that email has a particular keyword, and I've sent it to this person. We generally all do what we do, we just enter the email ID or we see the emails from that particular person. But there's nice curated way of doing it. Let's say, mm, 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 mm. So now let's say I'm typing, okay. So from colon customer support DTDC. Recently, I had some thing with DTDC, then I have to write a email to them. So I just wanted to track that email only from the DTDC and that too which I received from the customer support. So that's simple from customer support at the rate DTDC. You'll be able to see. So similarly, let's say to customer support DTDC, or let's say to, I don't know whether I've sent it to my email ID, gs at SourcingXPress. Okay. So here I would see there are list of emails thing, which is basically has gone from my email ID to SourcingXpress email ID. And then let's say to SourcingXpress. So this is to. So to means it will show the email sent to that person. From means it will show emails came from that email. Now let's say we wanted uh, to and which has attachment. So these are all the emails now which has an attachment. Let's see this email. Here also there's a what we say this attachment, invite attachment. So invite is still considered as an attachment. So that's where we have we're mentioning like has colon attachment to gs at sourcingexpress.com has colon attachment. And then here you'll see all the email IDs which has all the emails which has a email trend and which has a attachments and gone from my personal email to this email. This one email doesn't seems to be having attachment, but let me just check. There should be some invite or something. That's when it's coming in. So here demo, and then here attachment. Here also attachment. I don't know why it is coming. It's supposed to not to come, but that's fine. Maybe it's an email trend, but attachment has to be there. I don't know why it is coming. Maybe one kind of a false positive, but otherwise, if you see here, now we have a list of results which has sent to this one, this email ID, and which has an attachment. Now say, so that's about from, that's about to, that's about has. Now let's say date ranges. Let me just check. So sent from to has, okay, now let's say subject. So I need to trace an email in which subject, some subject I just wanted to remember. Subject resume. I'll just trace an email which has a subject resume. So all this email you'll see, you have a subject. The subject line is with resume, 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 resume. Every subject line in that particular email have a word resume, resume, resume. So now let's say I want a subject line which has a resume, resume, resume. And then apart from that, has attachment. So we'll get all the results which has a attachments. And with the subject line, with the subject word in the with the resume in a subject. Now let's say has attachments, resume. So to from we have covered, let's say Java or Python or C++. So here also Boolean pretty much accepts. So now we get a profiles. So though these people I'm getting it, but they would have mentioned Java, Python, or C++ here and there in their resumes. That's the reason I'm getting it. Maybe a kind of a people they have hired for or anything like that. So yeah, I'll just take a pause. Any doubts on how is this operators in email it will work? So where we have two colon, which will get us a list of results received from that particular email ID, from colon, which will get us a list of results sent to that particular email ID, and then has it will get us a list of result which has the attachments, and then subject. It will get us a list of results in which that particular word is mentioned in the subject line. So I'll just take a pause. Any doubts or any confusion? Pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. No rocket science in that. We're good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. So
Yes,
now,
sure.
yeah. So now third thing comes my favorite, Google search alert. Why it is my favorite? So I achieved two things from this and keeps achieving few things from this. Um, so generally, while I was trying to search for a house since 2016, 2017, I was actually searching. Um, so if I'm liking the location, that is not within my budget. And if it is within the budget, then that is not in my range of location. So I was like, means in Bangalore, almost every place, every developer means almost throughout the Bangalore, I've completely roamed around for buying a house from 2016 to 2018, 2019. Then finally, I just thought, then again, lockdown came, COVID came, lockdown came. Then we couldn't roam. Then I thought, okay, fine. Why can't I create a Google search alert? So I created some search strings, which are basically X-ray searches, which were getting a results from 99 acres, Magic Bricks, or such kind of a sites. Then I given a budget range. Then I given a some locations, and I've created the X-ray search. So I got the list. Then I thought, okay, fine, this X-ray search is working fine. But what about any new search which is coming, any new um, search listing which is happening in this site? As soon as that listing happening, instead of me going to that particular sites and all doing it, is there a possibility that I get a notification? That's where I just created this X-ray search and created a Google search alert. So as soon as something used to come, I used to get a notification, and that is how I was able to achieve buying my house, individual house again, which is again close to Whitefield, which is just 6 kilometers from Whitefield, and within the budget range, the budget which I've given. So this has beautifully worked in my personal life also. Second thing, while I pick up the stocks, nowadays I'm picking up very few stocks, but while I was active while picking up the stock, you know Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, right? Who doesn't know Rakesh Jhunjhunwala? Ashish, you don't know? Ritika, you don't know?
No, no, we
No, no,
know
I know very well.
very well.
Everyone knows
Yeah,
very
we
well.
know. We know. Yeah.
So what does Rakesh Jhunjhunwala do?
He is like Warren Buffett of India.
Right?
Yeah.
So he's lot of stocks, right?
So I guess you follow him and buy the stocks what he buys.
So I created again a search alert to see what Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is buying a stock. So he scans the whole stock market and he picks up the selected one. So I actually again created a search alert with the X-ray search for Rakesh Jhunjhunwala portfolio. And whenever Rakesh Jhunjhunwala used to buy a new stock, I used to get the notification. Then I do a little bit of research and pick those stocks. And my stocks are already in 400%. Even though COVID was there, whatever the lockdown, whenever, how much ever the stock market has gone down, my stock performance never gone down before 300, 400%. All these are long-term stock investings.
Please
So how
suggest
this has happened? With the
please
magic
suggest
of,
us the stocks.
huh?
Please suggest the stock's name as well.
I'll suggest you ping me one-on-one. Okay. So that's how it is. So let's say Google search alert. Mm, let me just show you. Not this. Okay, so this is the recent one, 7 a.m. I got it. Okay, so search was simple. In text, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. In URL, share. So again, I keep on getting those kind due to a step slip of late market mogul, some article related to Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and related to the share. So I just go to these articles and see what is it all about. And if I see the article that Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has picked up the stock, this stock or that stock, or an article which is linking to the portfolio, that's it. I just go and pick up. So what does this search do? Let's see. So here is a portfolio of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Simple search. Simple search.
Yeah, very
Very
much.
simple, but so much of information, right? So he scans the whole stock market,
Yeah.
who scans him? September, as on September 2021. Escorts I picked up, Tata Motors I picked up, Titan Company I picked, Sale I picked, Fortis I picked, NCC I picked, which was around 100 rupees that time I picked. Now he's passed away, but yeah, similar searches still works for me. Now let's say that house thing, I think I've closed it long back because I was getting a lot of things, but otherwise, let me just show you. Google search alerts. Just type
So,
Google search
Shiv,
alerts.
who are you following now? For whom you have created the alerts now after Rakesh Jhunjhunwala?
Now I'm not following, but still I'm on an old pace only. So these are all the searches which I've created.
Mm-hmm.
ATM, I'm following it because I'm just waiting for the least price. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and once I sense that this is the least price, then that time I might go ahead and pick it up. But otherwise, if you see all these things, site moneycontrol.com/BSC in URL, shareholding in text, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. So as soon as there's a new holding comes in its kitty, I get the notification. And not this. So basically, this search is basically used in case, let's say, if you want to monitor some web also. Uh, some web changes you want to monitor, you will be able to do that. Let's say you have created some X-ray searches and you're not getting a profiles, or maybe you have a very limited profile, very niche role, leadership role, very limited profiles in the market. But you want to see as soon as that one profile which matches your searches and is coming. And if you want to see getting that notification, though you're not using a LinkedIn recruiter to create those notification where you give a search and create a search alert. On free version of LinkedIn, you're working where you don't have an option to create a search alert. Rather, what we do, create a X-ray search, create a search alert. That's it. You have a search alerts coming in. Let's say site linkedin.com/in in title VP in text services Karnataka connections. Okay, maybe you have something like this limited results, and now you have already exhausted all your searches, all your results, and now you wanted to see as soon as some new profile matching this particular search, and you want the notification that Google to give you the notification. Maybe we are on a free version of LinkedIn where I don't really have save searches like LinkedIn Recruiter. In that case, I just go create this search, take this search, go to alerts over here, and then let's say I'll just create a new alert. Let me just go back. Okay, so create an alert about. We just create option at most once a day or as it happens. So for me, the rule is currently for US. I'll just mention. So we just go and create. So show options as it happens. Yes, as it happens. And then sources, English, any region, how many, only the best results, and then create a alert. So yeah, all these alerts which I've created in past. So that's as simple. Let's say now while I was searching for a job, I wanted to apply for a startup companies, and I know that a lot of startup companies are using Greenhouse. So that's where I just went ahead and created a site, Greenhouse, and then now you see here, you'll see the results from SpaceX or various companies who has posted their job on a Greenhouse, various startups. Hacker Rank, Twilio, IDEO. So yeah, I'll just take a pause. Any doubts? Wayfair, NetCity ERP. Any doubts? Any confusion?
No.
We're good? So that's how we just go ahead and create a search alerts. Now, similarly, you want to keep a track of pink slips or layoffs. You can also again create a search alert for such kind of a, let's say you're searching for, means you just wanted to keep a track which are the company is laying off or laying off the pink slips or anything. Just create a search like that. Once you see if the search is working fine, if you're getting a greater results, yes, this is my search. I come google.com/alerts. Otherwise, if we don't know, just search for Google search alert. Very first link, click over here and give the search and then create as it is. Create alert, show options. At most once a day, make it as it happens. That's it. You'll get the alert. Likewise, if you see this morning itself, I got the alert from just the 13 hours ago for one of the searches which I've created for Rakesh Juniwala. Similarly, while I was buying a house, that time I was getting huge. And then that's how I was able to buy my house within that budget range, within that location range. Basically, a desired location and desired budget is what I'm able to achieve it by using Google Search Alert. Beautiful tool. It can create a magics. We're good. Any doubts? Any confusion?
Doubts, any confusion?
Sorry, I'm hearing my own voice. I think I'm good now. Yeah, that's it for today. Pretty short, pretty crisp about the operators in email inbox, as well kind of a file types or the extensions. There are like number of extensions. If you see here, file types indexed by Google, there are a number of extensions. So whatever you're trying to search, and if you see that in this extension, I'll be able to get my desired results, go ahead and use it. Either you can use it as a file type or either you can use it as a ext. These are all the extensions indexed by Google. If you want this link also, just take a note. I'll just share it here. Also, I'll share it in the group. This one. Yeah, so that's it for today. Pretty short, just within a 1 hour, we're able to cover all this. So I'll just take a pause. Any doubts, any confusion, please feel free to ask, or else let's wind up for today. And yes, as I mentioned, tomorrow we'll connect again for a test. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Satish, you had something. Yes, Shami sir, you had something?
Sir, this file where you are putting notes, Word file, this you have kept on some SharePoint where it is.
No, I didn't get it.
You are putting some notes also in some file of the training.
God, here it is.
Just
It's there in the
yeah, this,
invite also.
yeah, this is it lying on. It is lying on the.
It's in the
Okay,
invite
fine.
also.
Okay,
In WhatsApp
thanks.
invitation, which I sent, right?
Okay, thanks, sir.
That,
Thanks.
that if you see in my signature, it will be there.
Thanks, sir. Yeah, thanks a lot. And this
Definitely.
Google alert is amazing. This is life-changing thing. Something.
It's definitely, I'm telling you, it's a very simple tool, but can create a magic for us if we use it in a right way.
Yes.
If you want to observe any web page changes, if you want to observe any profile updates or anything, generally in LinkedIn Recruiter, we have an option of whenever that person updates the profile, we get the notification. But let's say now you don't really have that option. Whenever the person is updating, you're getting a notification. Create an X-ray search for that person and create a search alert. You'll start getting a notification whenever there's a changes. Let me do that. Maybe in future session, it will be helpful for us.
Okay. Shiva, do we have any limitation for this Google alerts? Only this many Google alerts we are.
No, nothing. You can create as many as
Great.
possible.
Great. Thank you.
Okay, so I got this one. So what I'll do, I'll just go and create an alert. So maybe in future we can show it how whenever I made a changes, I got the notification. This could be a great idea.
So Shiv, is it possible like if you add anything content in this or any video you upload and we will get notified for the same?
Content in?
Like in Google Docs or in your YouTube channel, if you put any videos and all, automatically we will get a notification.
Create extra string. Create extra string and see for YouTube any which was once you subscribe you get the notification. But otherwise create an X-ray search and try it. Just see what's my YouTube link, create an X-ray search and create a search alert. Whatever the new things would come, you'll start getting a notification. So
what
see.
is the procedure for this? Like again, I have to apply this. What is the key string for this?
What?
Like how the way right now you told us like to apply this Google search alert, right? Similarly, we have to apply this this alert, and we will get notified for the same. For whatever the content you will be adding
First
to your
create a search,
website or
whatever the search you want to create, whatever the X-ray search you want to create, first create a search. Go to Google search alert and put it over there, the particular search as it is, and create a search alert. So whatever happens, the web changes. Now let's say I've created a search alert for this particular result. Now there's a one result which I'm getting over here. Now let's say I made some changes. Let's see, let's try live now, just in case if we can get the alert right immediately. Let me just make some changes. Hmm, I'll go ahead and make some changes over here. I'll take a user of chat GPT. Second. Right. Okay, let's wait for another 1 or 2 minutes and see if we can get the alert.
So this will be from,
Hmm.
yeah. Okay.
So far, not yet, but I'll let you know how much time it has taken for me to get a search alert like this. I'll let the I'll take a screenshot and put it in the group as soon as I get it. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it is. So I'll just take a pause. Any other doubts or confusion for today?
So
You're good?
just yeah,
Mm-hmm.
one thing more, how you have linked chat GPT, like for every search chat GPT was also giving, you have, can you show that? How you have linked, like for every search chat GPT also was giving you, some answer.
You're saying this one,
Exactly.
this one, right? Let's say you take uh, site. Mm. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, so this is a extension basically. It understands actually. Today I don't know why it's not working, or I might not be logged in. So that could be one reason, but let me just log in. Let's do exhaustive search. Let's give something simple. Let's take it from here. So today it's not responding much, but otherwise it pretty much responds. Um, so again, it is giving some suggestions also.
Yeah, so I was asking, how did you create that
No,
shortcut,
no,
at the top? Yeah.
no. This is just the extension. Just go here,
Okay.
Chat GPT for Google.
Okay.
Just go to Chrome Store.
This I understand. So by default, if I do on Google or on LinkedIn, it will
It will get
always
it.
give.
Yeah,
Okay,
it will
thanks, sir.
search.
Okay, sir,
Let's
thanks.
say now I just search for Amazon. So it will start what about Amazon and all everything. So like that, if you give us strings also in previous sessions, if you would have checked, it was also giving the explanation for each and every string, which is unfortunately, which is not doing it today. But in previous session,
Yes.
we have pretty
Yeah.
much checked that it is explaining the entire string, how exactly the string is going to work.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's it uh, for today. Any doubts, any questions, please feel free to ask, or else let's drop off for today and let's connect tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Shiv. Good learning.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Bye. Thank you.
bye.
Bye.